welcome to episode 18 of that Indie Talk podcast. Our guest today is Joy, and I'm looking forward to an engaging and insightful conversation about her running journey and also the challenges she faces balancing all of that as a single mother. Welcome, Joy, to the space. I really wanted to have you here because I saw your profile and I saw that you did so much trail running, and I think trail running is one of those sports that not a lot of Black people actually partake in. If all of the trail running that I've seen, it's predominantly white people. So I just wanted to have you on the space, to give you the platform to share your love for running. Yeah. Is there anything that I missed? A little bit more about you.
Hi, Andy. Thanks for this opportunity. I must say you just caught me by surprise. I saw your posts previously, and I've watched your lives. I was not expected to be invited, to be quite honest. So when you inboxed me, I grabbed it with both my hands, it's fine, let's do it tomorrow, actually. And I remember how you actually asked, are you sure this coming Thursday? I'm like, yeah, let's do it and get over and done with. I'm glad to be here. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Keep talking. I'll hear the sound after I'm editing this.
Okay.
Because sometimes it rectifies itself after.
All right then. As you've mentioned, my name is Sisanda Joy Roxo. Born and raised from Igugulethu in Cape Town. I'm a single mom to a 11-year-old daughter, and goodness, I love running. I started off running with the Road Runner, 2015 December, and I was just I needed to be out. I needed to find myself. I was going through a lot in my life at the time, so for me, running was the answer. So that's when I started my running journey. And little did I know that I would be addicted to running now, because I am so there's nothing I can think of. If I'm in any challenges, the only answer I would get is to just put on my running shoes and run. You will come back rejuvenated. You will come back having all the solutions to your problems. So yeah, that's how my running journey started. With the trail, as you mentioned, I fell in love with trail running around 2018. Not long when I started my running, I would just do hikes. I would hike around the Cape, and it was more challenging. I could not get used to getting up to the top of the mountain. And yeah, so I enjoyed getting connected to nature. When I get on top of the mountain and I would look in Cape Town, the beautiful view, and think of the wonderful things God has done, not only for me, but the beautiful city, the beautiful nature that God has created. So I fell in love with trail, and then I started entering the races. And like you are saying, I would go on a trail race, and I'll be the only Black female lady running.
Done trail running since 2018 up until now. Have you seen an increase in Black trail runners?
It's coming in, Shem. It's coming in a bit, but very slow. It is very slow. And for me, when I define trail, I find, in fact, I've actually discovered that as much as trail is defined as an off-road run, you can run in a vineyard, and if you can do grass track, that's trail. As long as it's off-road, it's not tar, then that's trail. So, and then there are races where are hosted in vineyards, in the farms. You would find runners there. You would find even roadies. We call road runners roadies. And then we are called
I
trail
learned something
gurus.
new today.
And then you would get the serious mountain running the serious trail runs that are on the mountains, where you would get like serious elevation, like up to 1.3, 1.5 meters of elevation over a short distance, maybe 15 to 21 or 23 kilometers. And then you have serious climb. So in those ones, there's very few. There's about, I think I've met about 4 Black ladies that are into trail and that love trail. I've met one in the KZN Drakensberg Ultra Trail, and then I've met one at the Otter Trail. So yeah, but there are very few. There are very few. And I still want to see them out there. It is amazing. Trail is beautiful. It's amazing. It's you connect with you get to connect with the creator himself. You know, you see the wonders, and then yeah. But with the road, Shame, yeah, you know, I'm slowly coming off road running. Not only it is brutal for my joints, I get a lot of injuries when I do road. It's very hard. You know what I've experienced between trail and road running. Trail is soft and gentle on your joints. Some may think that because it's technical, there's too much rocks and rolling, but you get to find balance. You don't get to land at one position repeatedly as you run on the road. But on trail, every muscle of your body works, every joint of your body works. So for me, trail running is very gentle. You have to stay focused. You need, your mind is not anywhere else but here.
Stepmom _ Mihlali says you inspired her to start doing trail.
Yes, stepmom. Yes. She actually, you know what I liked about her, right? She started off by stepping 4,000 steps. As a runner, you would find that easy to make. But as a beginner, it goes a long way. Yes. So I like that about her. Yes, now, she went on hiking and she commented about how hard it was to hike or walk. Was it hiking or walk? But she was walking on trail. And I'm like, I don't, if you want to come and join me on trail, you have to run. You must be able, on runnable terrains, you must run. So she came in so tired, like she would never do that. And I know, you know what? You are now getting into my league. Let's go and do trail together. We will run the trail. We will run the trail and not hike. I'm not a hiker. I love nature. However, I don't like to hike. But in areas where one needs to climb, and obviously we would climb and would power walk. I mean, going up Platte Clip, we would pass walkers and hikers along the way going up. But our pace is more faster, like we are running because we want to finish what we've started. Yeah.
That's always the goal. And like on trail running, so what are the biggest races that you have done or would still like to do when the world comes somewhat back to normal?
You know, my favorite race on trail is Otter. It's in Stones River. It's one of the beautiful, you know, South Africa is beautiful. I think God took his time to create this piece of land in the world. He took his time. There's a beautiful race in Otters. It's in Stones River. It starts in Stones River and then goes to Nature's Valley. It's coastline. So we're basically running on the edge of the mountains. It's about 42 kilometers, and that is the longest. That is, for now, it's the longest distance I'll ever do on trail. And I do it in just under 10 hours. And the one that I would like, the other one that I did was the Drakensberg Ultra Trail. It's in KZN, in the Drakensberg Mountains. That is also beautiful. Beautiful terrain, beautiful atmosphere. and also obviously our Table Mountain. I've done the UTCT, but I've only done the 21 kilometers. I find Table Mountain, on all the trails I've done, I find the races that are along the Table Mountain area very difficult. Very difficult because Table Mountain is more of, it's very technical when it comes to the terrains. Very technical, very rocky. The climbs don't end.
If you're looking at races outside of South Africa for trail, there's one in the UK called Race to the Stones. It's 100 kilometers. Apparently, it's so much fun because you can take your time, you can run, you can walk, you can do it over a couple of days. So the people that have done it really, really love that race. You should look into it. But now, you know, to do a 42-kilometer race on trail, you need to train for it. And I guess that's where the topic of today's discussion comes in. How do you then manage to train and then go to these races? How do you balance it all as a single mother?
Okay. It takes a lot of commitment. Once you set goals for yourself, you need to commit in order to achieve those goals. So I am very strict when it comes to training. I'm a believer that you can't go and face a race without training. It doesn't matter what training you do, whether it's strength training, whether you run, but you can't just bluntly go and face a race. Otherwise, you will hate it forever. You will hate running forever. So I am very committed in what I do. I always set my goals, and then I push and make sure that I reach my goals. I follow a weekly program, a weekly running program. On weekends, I do long runs. My long runs would be on trail. And even now, as I came back from running, I was off due to an injury for about 3 months. So I started building up, I think last month, beginning of 2 months ago, 2 months ago, I started building up, and I've only been running on off-road. So I go there every morning after dropping my daughter at school, and then I'd go and run there. I would do my run. You were saying, what do I do outside of running?
Yes, in terms of strength training, do you do other sports?
Well, COVID, Mara, COVID. Kusathana wayetheni COVID, because my initial plan was to do a triathlon. I started swimming 2 years ago, and I have mastered my swimming and running. It was now gonna be the cycling, and with COVID distracting all my plans that I had, because I wanted to do Ironman in PE, and it was my plan for 2021. I was planning that with my other friend, Usia Diva. And yeah, I wanted to explore and not only just be a runner, you know, look at others as well. I'm not so strong though in strength training. I try so much, but I don't think it's my strong point, because sometimes I feel that I'm not even doing it right. Even an easy plank, just to squat, I feel like in fact, I need a personal trainer to teach me how to squat properly. And yeah, so it's one thing that we need to focus and prioritize as runners. Strength training, it minimizes your chances of getting injuries. So I think my injury problem lies there, because my strength training is it's not there. And I envy those that actually do strength training so much.
So you mentioned that you were going, like your aim was to do a triathlon. How was the experience of learning how to swim, or like improving your swimming?
Well, I believe that I'm a fast learner. Ne? I grasp very quick. So I went for swimming lessons with my daughter. We used the same coach at Virgin Active. Our lessons were combined. And then I only did 2 lessons. I knew how to swim. I know how to, I mean, I won't drown. Ne? Even before I went for lessons, I know how to move from one point to another. But now it was just to master it, right? So when I attended the first 2 sessions with my daughter, I see that she was a bit struggling. And then this teacher gave me just the basic. And then I did it. I swim. I do laps on the pool. But I haven't been swimming since COVID started. I don't even know now if I'll be able to. But it was
You never forget.
I'm a first learner, I believe. I mean, even the skipping challenge I'm doing now, I hated skipping rope not long ago because it was like hitting me. It was mooring me. But now I'm actually mastering. I'm close to saying that I'm becoming a pro, you know? So yeah.
I asked that question because I think it's important for us as Black people to learn how to swim, and actually something that needs to be started from children at a young age. Yeah, but that's a topic for another day.
It is very
So let's
important.
very important, very important.
However,
So
you can't say now that it's too late. You're already old. No, it's not too late to learn anything.
oh no, it's never
So
too late to
yeah,
learn.
go. Yeah.
Never ever too late to learn. So from these conversations, I picked up that a lot of women don't feel safe running alone. Is this something that you also experience?
It's a challenge. You know, the world we live in is crazy. It's scary. It's the end of times. It is not safe. It is absolutely not safe. When I train, I have a team that runs in the morning. So when I decide to run earlier, I would join the team. I would never run alone. The only time I run alone is when the sun is out and there's people around. That is the only time I get to run alone. Yeah. Even on the trails and on the mountain, on the trails, I would run with a partner. I can't go there alone and run alone. It is not safe.
When I asked Monique, whose episode is coming out soon, what she would do if she woke up if she woke up a boy, she said the first thing she would do is go run on the mountains alone because that's currently not a privilege that she has.
Yeah, right?
So when I says Joy, if you woke up one day and you were a boy, what would you do?
Oh my goodness, I would hate being one.
Why?
I would hate being a boy. Well, okay, maybe I would not have to worry whether to change my surname after getting married. That's another good thing for being born.
One of the things.
And also, I would not let the words like, why do you wear makeup? You know, boys' mentality, they think we are making ourselves beautiful when we wear makeup and our weaves. We're trying to look good for them. That's where they are wrong. So I would not utter those words myself. But honestly, I would hate being one.
And yeah, so this is it's not really a question, but a message for the women of South Africa for Women's Month. What would you say?
Imbokodo. Women, they are amazing. They are amazing creatures. I don't think men would have survived this world without us.
No.
We must not ever doubt that for a second. We always have the power and bright right to take charge and take care of ourselves, right? Don't stick around and wait for anyone's approval. When you feel that it's time to shift and time to move on, do it. Let go of the emotional weight of other people's opinion. You know, you be you, do you. Always vibrate higher. There's a lady that I follow here on Instagram. Her name is Lala Taylor. She would say, it is not personal. It's not personal. It's vibrational. Always vibrate higher. So that is the message I want to bring to women. You are strong. You are capable. It is okay not to be okay. It is not always going to be perfect. We become frustrated when things don't go the way we want them to. It's okay. Not everything is going to be perfect. So yeah, that's what I wanna say tonight on for the women. Happy Women's Day, Makobokazana.
And it's your birthday tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow. My goodness, I'm turning 38 and I feel 38. I have lived for a whole 38 years. I won't lie. I won't say I feel young. I feel 38. I'm grateful. I couldn't be grateful. As much as I think that I haven't achieved things that I would have wanted to at this stage, it is not the end of the world. I still have another 38 years to live to rectify whatever. You know, I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the 38 years. Oh my goodness. And I've never hidden my age because I made sure that each and every year I live, I won't have regrets.
Abachi,
I'm happy to be where I am at this age.
Happy pre-birthday. I wasn't going to ask you your age or anything because I know you're not supposed to ask a lady the age.
You ask me anything, I will tell you.
Enjoy it, please. It's a Friday as well. So please enjoy your day. Have the most fun. Eat the biggest slice of cake. I really liked your message because you said it's okay not to be okay. And I think it's really important for us, for everybody actually, going through this COVID stage, because I think there's a lot of us who are affected by it and we don't show it. So just accepting that it's okay not to be okay at some point, and that's fine. I think that's powerful. I really enjoyed that message.
Thank you
so much for. My name is my name is Atlahang.
What is Indy? My goodness.
I always find it so funny when people say Indy, because some of the people that I even run with, they know my name is Atlahang, but they'll call me Indy. So always find it so funny. No, I needed a name for the space, and indie means individual. So you know when you're running, you're always alone. So that kind of made the name for this platform. You know.
Oh, all
so
right.
that's the background on this platform. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We survived. We survived this, even though the network wasn't the best.
We survived. Thank you. It was only a pleasure.
Yes. Thank to everybody that joined. I think you have so many, like you have loving supporters. Thank you for being part of this discussion tonight and gracing my platform with your presence. The weekend is here, so please enjoy it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right then. Thank you. Bye.
Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye and your birthday.
Okay. Thank you.